Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Automation Testing Online. In today's video, we are going to study about SDLC models. There are various types of SDLC models. Some of the important types are Waterfall model, Agile model, Spiral model and V model. Most of the companies prefer Agile model and some companies prefer Waterfall model. It depends upon the project. Firstly, we'll understand what is a waterfall model, what are its phases, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. Waterfall model was the earliest SDLC approach that was used to develop a software product. In waterfall model, the entire process that was used to develop a software product was divided into separate phases. For more understanding, let us take a look of this diagram. These are the phases involved in waterfall model. As the name suggests, water falls down. It does not take a reverse process, so it follows a sequential order. Also, any of these phases cannot be skipped because each phase depends upon the previous phase. That is, the output of one phase acts as the input for the next phase. Also, each phase has to be completed before the next phase can begin. Now I'll give the overview of these phases. First phase is requirement. In this phase, all possible requirements of the system that has to be developed are captured and then they are documented in a requirement specification document. Next phase is design. In this phase, the specification document are studied and then the test designs are prepared. Next phase is development. With the input from the design phase, the systems are developed into small programs called units. These units are tested for their functionalities, which are called as unit testing. So, unit testing happens in the development phase where developers will do the unit testing. Next phase is testing. This is where testers actually come into picture. The developed unit from the development phase are tested and integrated for any failures or fault. Next phase is deployment. Once the functional and non-functional testing is done, the product is deployed to the live environment, that is to the customer's environment. Next phase is maintenance. This is the final phase. So in this phase, sometimes after the product has reached the end user, they might find some issues. To fix these issues, they release the patches. And also for better enhancement, they produced different versions or updations. Like in our day-to-day applications, they those applications may ask for some updations. So maintenance is done to deliver these changes to the customer. Now let us take a look of advantages and disadvantages of waterfall model. Waterfall model is simple and easy to understand. The requirements are very well documented and clear, and they are understandable. Product definition is stable. The technology is understood. It means the technology is understandable and it is not a dynamic. And waterfall model is preferable for short projects. Now coming to the disadvantages, in waterfall model there is a high amount of risk and uncertainty because, as I said, any of these phases cannot be skipped. The next phase has to begin only if the previous phase is completed. So in order to get the output, we have to finish the entire phase. So until we complete the entire project, we will not know the output. If there is any mismatch in the expected result and the actual result, we might end up in a risk. Also, waterfall model is not suitable for complex or object-oriented projects because they are preferable only for short projects. It is difficult to measure the progress within the stages and it cannot accommodate changing requirements. because for example, if customer wants wants any change in the middle of the process, we cannot make any changes because it follows a sequential order. Also, no real software is produced until we complete the entire project. So friends, I hope you have got a clear idea about waterfall model. In my next video, we'll discuss about agile model. Thank you.